Hey there, welcome to another render demo, how to draw video tutorial. Today I'll be showing you how to draw a bulldozer. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the ground line for my bulldozer track. So let's just draw a straight line across like this. Now we're going to draw 3 circles. But we're going to be off of the ground just a little bit because that's where the track is going to go around those 3 circles. So we're going to have one kind of a little bit off to the right of the center of our page. So we're going to draw, and I'm going to lightly draw this in just so we can have a guideline. So we'll do like one over here, and these are all going to be the same size. So from here we'll go across. So these 2 are going to be on the same line, like level. So we'll draw one for the back. So this is going to be the back of the bulldozer. So we'll draw another one here. And then we're going to have one slightly above at almost like a 45-degree angle, actually maybe even a little bit more. And we'll draw another one right about here like that. Okay, so now if you have a circle guide, I would go and grab that and then find one of the circles that fits close to the circle that we just drew. So I'll use this one here. So I'll draw one there, and then I'm going to draw the same distance off the ground. I'm going to try to be similar here. So we'll draw a second one, and then I'm going to go and draw my last circle. Okay, so we have our 3 circles. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go close to the circle. So we're going to kind of connect the lines. So we're going to go like this. We're going to connect. So this track's going to roll around the edge here, and it's going to go like this. Okay, and then it's going to wrap over here. The track's going to go, and then we're going to connect these 2 edges of the circles like this, like that. Okay. And then that's going to kind of roll around. So now that we have our track thickness right here, we'll try to keep this same thickness all the way around. Okay, so if we have this, we know it's going to be about this thickness there, and then we're going to go and curve this around just like that. And then over here, if you want to use your ruler, you can go down like this, and then this will just follow that curve. And you could use the circle guide because we have it if you want. Just find a circle that's a little bit bigger and continue it over just like this. Awesome. So now there's our track. Okay, next we're going to draw the front of the bulldozer here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to come roughly from like just in front of this track just a little bit. We'll go at a slight angle, just like that, just a little bit. And then we want to go up at an angle kind of like this. Now we want to make sure we clear the top track here. So I'm just going to make a guideline. So roughly about the size, the length of this circle here, we'll go roughly about here. Okay, and we'll be behind the circle right here. And what we can do is we can draw this line in first. So I'm going to go and just draw this horizontal line like this. Okay, and now from this point here we want to go at a slight angle, so we can find that location there and then join the 2 like this. Okay, now in the back what we're going to do is the easiest thing is from here, if we go just a tad over, we're going to have a slight angle down, and then we're going to draw a straight line like this, and then what we want to do here is angle this back in like that. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to have the area where the person that's running this thing and driving it, they need somewhere to sit. So we're going to draw that right now. So we're going to come in a little bit from this area, from this corner here. We're going to come in and we're going to go up. Okay, so we're going to go up roughly about there, and then we're going to draw a horizontal line. Okay, now again, use your ruler if you have it, might as well. So we'll draw a horizontal line. And then what we can do is we can go inside of this, like that. And then we'll draw another line like this. It's almost like a sideways L shape. Okay, just like that. And then inside of this, just a little bit inward, we're going to draw a line straight down. See that? Just a little bit inward. All right. Now, if this looks too tiny, you know what? Let's say yours looks too tiny. Don't worry, just erase and just extend this a little bit longer, like that, and correct it. Because you want to make sure yours looks pretty good. There we go. So that looks a little bit more better proportions here. Now we're going to go inside just a little bit from this corner, and we're going to come up at a slight angle to right about here. So from here, and we're going to go up and draw this angle piece on the top of the hood there. Okay, now let's draw like a fender here for like mud and stuff so it doesn't get thrown up in this area, kind of distract the driver. What we'll do is in front of our window, so if you draw an imaginary line down, we're going to go just in front of it a little bit like this. We're going to have like a line like that. And what we want to do is we want to be above this. We want to have some clearance above this track. Okay, so we're going to draw a horizontal line right across like this, and it's going to extend past this edge right here. It's going to go past it just a little bit. And then you can take this line here that we drew earlier and just run that straight up. And then over here, you can come back in like that. Okay, now back over here, we're going to draw this rectangular shape. Now it's going to be on the edge of this circle. So we're going to find the edge, and then we'll go straight up. And then you don't want to go too high up, but somewhere about here. And then we'll draw this line over, and then we'll come back down like that. Awesome. Next, let's connect the rear and front wheels right over here, these track wheels. Now these are going to be at a slight angle, so it's not going to be parallel to the ground, it's going to be at a slight angle. Okay, so if we find this edge here, okay, somewhere about there, and then that's going to come up to, I would just say under the center. So if the center is there, it's going to just come down just under the center. And then what we can do is go like this, find that edge and that edge there, and we're going to run this across, okay, to roughly about here. So we're going to stop about where the center of this wheel is here. Now we can draw a line up like this, and then we'll draw another line like this, and this will extend above the wheel. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come down, and this is going to be thicker here and narrower down here. So this line won't be parallel. So we'll find this right here, and we're going to come down, and we're going to go through the wheel here, okay? Somewhere about here. And then what we want to do is we want to end about here. Okay, so I'm going to go like that across. All right, so something like this. And you can just draw that straight across, just like that. Okay, cool. Now, let's draw this piece in the front. So what we're going to do is we're going to have this hydraulic piece that's going to push the plow portion. Okay, so it's going to be this piece down here. So what we can do is draw the lower section first. So starting above this line here, draw a small shape there. This is going to come up like that. And this is going to kind of hold our plow that's going to be over here, the shovel piece, right? So this is going to come up, and then right about here, have another line that's a little bit shorter, and this will be angled. And you can connect it like that. Okay, now this corner, okay, we're gonna use this corner as a guideline and try to come towards the center here, okay? So if we use this corner, we're gonna have a thicker shock up here, and the shock's gonna kind of come about right about here, and it's gonna end about here, okay? So what we wanna do is, if we have this corner here, we'll just go like this, okay? And then I'll do it on this side so you can see how thick. And then we'll have this top portion's thicker. So it's going to be roughly that thickness there. And then we're going to have, if you follow these parallel lines here, we're going to go in the center. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a real thin, faint line first. And then on either side of that, we're going to have another rectangular piece. So this piece here is thinner because this is going in and out of this cylindrical shape up here. Okay, next step. Let's add the plow in. So from over here, remember how we said this is going to hold the plow piece, right? So we're going to draw this horizontal line like this, and one about here. And then this is going to be a little bit tricky. So in order to get this correct, we're going to start roughly like halfway. And it depends on how big of a plow you want on the front of this. I'm going to start about here. It's going to be a slight curve to it. Okay, so from right about here, I'm going to come and curve, and then I'm going to stop right about there because there's going to be an angle here. Okay, and this angle is going to come this way, and we're going to touch the ground pretty much, right? Because the plow is pushing ground. So we're going to draw a line like that. And now from here, okay, we're going to come up and we're going to stop to about here. And there's going to be a slight angle downward angle like that. So from here, we're going to go all the way to about here. So we're going to come down and hook over just like that. Okay, now get your circle template if you want, or grab, just do it freehand. I'm going to do 2 small circles, one right here, and then another one at the top, like that. Okay, the next thing that we can do is we'll draw kind of like where the exhaust fumes go. So we'll draw this rectangular shape right about here. So it's, you know, our engine compartment's in here. So we're going to draw this like exhaust kind of sticking up right about here. And it's not going to be too thick, just something like that. And then we can draw a rectangle shape above here. So I'm going to draw a line here, and then I'm going to extend this off a little bit, and then I'm going to connect these two. So you can see it's kind of overhanging a little bit there. Okay, now for the front of my truck, Bulldozer, I'm going to draw a line, you know, somewhere around here. Okay, so you want this to be a little bit narrower than this big space here. And we can draw a line that connects this corner. Connect that over this way, and then we'll extend this up, and then we'll connect this just like that. And then over here we're going to have like this fender, and I'm going to erase this little line right here. Over here we're going to have a line that kind of comes up, and then it's going to go over because there's going to be a thickness to this fender right here. This is that fender, so it's going to be a little bit of a thickness there. And then from here we're going to go right to this corner, or close to that corner. Doesn't have to be exact. All right, there we go. Excellent. So now we can add some details. So we can put in a window right about here, and we can kind of go about halfway if you want. Something like this. put a small window in here. Okay, and then we're going to have like a door, so we need to be able to get in. And this door is going to come down like this, and then it's going to go forward. It's going to be a flat spot at the bottom. And then right here, we're going to go up pretty close to the front edge of the window there. All right, now we can draw a line down there. Okay, now we can have some fun with some extra details. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line right about here. Do this like rectangular shape here that will kind of fill in this color. We can add a couple lines right there. And then we can put some small circles over here, maybe two circles there. We can put like this rectangular shape above them, just like that. And then for the rest of the tractor piece here, we can put some circles in here as well. So I'm going to put like one here, and I'm going to go in and put another one here, roughly about the same size. And then we're going to put two down here that are kind of close together. I'm going to put another two kind of in the middle, and I'll put two more over there. And then inside of these larger wheels, we can look for a smaller circular shape. I'm going to draw those in there, just add some like detail to our wheels. And since we're seeing a lot of this one up here, I'll put like a nice center circle, so it's a little bit smaller, just like that. Okay, so there you have it. We just drew a tractor, and if you want, you can put an additional line right in here, and then that'll come out a little bit better once we get to the inking process. So there's our tractor, and I'm going to go ahead and ink this in, and the lines that I don't need, I'm going to go and erase and then color this in. So we'll see you in a second. Going and just erasing some of the lines that kind of go through certain panels, and especially like the track, because I added like some details to the track, so it looks like it has a little bit of, you know, more of a toothiness to it. It's gonna really bite into the ground when it moves around. So there you go. There's our bulldozer. Now I'm going to go and use some oranges and color this in. So follow along, and we'll see you in a bit. So there you go, we just drew a bulldozer in a few not so simple steps, but we got there. Hopefully yours looks just as good as mine does. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel down below. That way you'll be able to see all of our new tutorials that we have coming up. And we will see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.